Excellent. Good morning. I'm Mark Totola. I'm with Sustain Space. Our orbital genomics endeavor is striving to improve the adaptability of crop plants for long-term space missions. We also hope to create an astroculture as a service platform. Human spacefarers need plants in space. There may be a lot more people in low and microgravity environments, such as for the Deep Space Gateway, the Moon Community, and the Martian Village that you've seen pictures of in this conference. Unfortunately, the prepackaged food that astronauts eat isn't very healthy, especially for long-term missions, but there's no way to transport fresh fruit and vegetables up into space. There have been some attempts to grow plants in space, and some plants have been grown. However, there haven't been that many experiments, and the results have been fairly limited. Part of the reason is that it's hard to get enough plants into space. You do enough experiments, do them relatively rapidly or iteratively. In software, for instance, you create software, you create an incremental change, you present it to the market. The users either reject it or accept it, so then you go and make another change, make an improvement, and after several rounds, the software becomes much more adapted to what users in the market need. Evolution has a similar approach in that each generation of plants or animals, there's genetic variation. Then when say for instance plants go through a life cycle, some plants do better for the environment than other plants. So the successors of those more successful plants are more likely to survive and do better. And so after several generations, you have increased adaptation toward whatever environment an organism is in. So in a sense, that's similar to the agile approach in software. So how would do an agile approach to plants in space? You would need to have multiple throws of the dice. However, there haven't been that many launches into space, and you need to do the analysis of genetics for the plants, most of it on Earth. There just isn't enough equipment in the space station. However, there hasn't been that much return capability for payloads, and most of the landings these days are hard landings, usually capsules hitting the ground or even the ocean. Those can damage plants if you need to bring back the live plants. However, there's a new development, Dream Chaser. Dream Chaser is hoping to have many flights per year. They'll begin with few, but they're hoping to have many. And in addition, they have a nice, soft, gentle glide landing that has a max of 1.5 G. So what we're proposing is a rapid evolutionary process for plants in space. We're going to take some seeds, launch them on Dream Chaser, either grow them on Dream Chaser or ISS for longer missions, bring the plants back down from space in the lab. We're going to figure out which ones adapted the best. We're going to take those, let them grow to seed, and then put them on another Dream Chaser flight, take that second generation, grow it in space, bring it down, test for adaptation, and keep on doing this several times. And we hope to have a relatively good, we actually have that in the previous slide. There's some research and evidence that shows that you'll have a steady increase in adaptability. If you can get enough generations, you'll reach the adaptability that you need. So a lot of the technology for growing plants in space already exists. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We will strive to make it smarter and more automated, however. That will minimize the risk. Even though plants have been growing in space, it hasn't really been done as a business. We're hoping that as we can make the process regular, if we provide a platform so you can do your specifications easily and quickly, then you will be able to, not only will be able to put plants up in space on a regular basis, but we'll be able to provide that service for customers as well. So we hope to reduce the cost of transporting food to space. That was $10,000 per kilometer. That could be a major cost discovery. Possible improvement of Earth agriculture, and then STEM and science opportunities, citizen science opportunities. So our profit centers we have a couple of steady streams of potential income from STEM and services, and then there's a huge potential market. McKinsey estimated there's a $5 trillion agricultural market. Below it said that there's 1.5 for yield increase. If we can just get 1% of that yield increase business, that's a huge payoff. We have a team that can execute. We have a lot of business and commercial experience and science experience as well. We're very pragmatic. We know startups. Finally, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Lucia Cape, the Huntsville Madison County Chamber of Commerce, Stephen Lee at Astrosat, and Nico Marzian and his crew at Space Exploration Masters and AZO. Thank you.